Hi guys, so this is Harish Kumar Reddy. I'm DevOps certified trainer. So today's my topic is if you're going with new technology, definitely you are trying to focus on different types of cloud techniques, right? So now here, if you go with cloud as a automation, for this you need to go with like DevOps, data science, or any machine learning languages. Okay, for this you need to go with cloud computing. Okay, so if you want to be a very good interesting on the part of automation, definitely you have to learn the DevOps guys. Okay, so here I want to here my intention is how to focus if you be a fresher, what are the skills you need to learn in as a DevOps? What so if you are be an experienced person, what are the skills you need to learn as an experienced those who are working with the non IT to those who are working with non IT to IT, those who are working with switching the technologies from some developing side to automation field. Definitely you need to focus on this particular DevOps. Okay, so majorly my intention is I want to know about what kind of skills you need to learn. Okay, so for this as a fresher, so I want to go with a fresher first. For the freshers, those who are right now, the education background is completed recently, they are passed out, right? So they was confused what type of technologies you need to learn. Okay, so for this I'm giving a suggestion to you guys. I can give the very right path to you, so please try to go with this according to that. Okay, so try to go with a basic skills like those who work like freshers, like 0 to 2 years of experience, 2 years of experience. Try to learn the fundamentals fundamentals of skills in automation side. Okay, so like I can prefer I can prefer the first one is linux administration linux administration. Okay, so next I can go with the second one is I can go with networking guys. Networking like so if you want to be learning basic things, definitely you need to go with networking also. That is you need to know the what is VPC, you need to like so on. I can go with example like VPCs. You need to learn the VPCs like port numbers. So ports, you need to learn the ports, and you can go with subnets, okay, and so on, etc. Okay, so this you need to learn like this. Next, coming to that, next we are trying to go with third one is cloud computing. Cloud computing. You need to learn the cloud computing. So definitely you need to understand what is cloud actually. So we are working on the progress only for the cloud computing because if you be a automation engineer, definitely you need to learn the cloud computing also. Okay, so in cloud computing, like you can go with AWS, Azure, Azure or GCP. Like if you be a automation engineer, definitely you can go with these skills actually, AWS or Azure and GCP. So, but majorly, lots of companies are trying to assure that AWS is one of the major factor, and Azure also and GCP also. Okay, but most probably we can go with AWS only because AWS is such a good practice level for the student, and it will be very easy to understand. So if you're working on the different types of collaboration techniques in integration tools, okay. So this is what we are trying to do. The next one is we are trying to go with the DevOps tools, guys. That is very. So we are trying to work on the DevOps tools like development. Plus we are working with operations. Okay, so you need to learn the development plus operations, but most probably freshers want to go with the operation side only because they'll work on the tools. Okay, majorly development. If you be a good DevOps engineer, definitely you can go with the development side also in future. Okay, that should be experience level focused. Next, we are trying to go with the fifth one. I'm trying to go with the, so we are trying to go with the version control system, guys. Version control systems system, that is we are working on VCS. Okay, that is developing side. Okay, majorly if you a lot of the members know right now, every student they're trying to go with version control system. Okay, that is we are trying to go with Git and GitHub repository. Git and GitHub, everyone know this currently in market. Git and GitHub repository, and next we are trying to go with SVN. So that is a previous tool, that is old tool which we are trying to focus on these things. Okay, so these are the like fundamental tools which we are trying to go with fresher. Okay, and majorly you can focus. So first, don't so once you are trying to complete your education background, so please start trialing on these particular automation tools, guys. That is Linux, Windows, and so please try to go with. My suggestion is I can go with AWS only, AWS, then Azure and GCP. Depends upon your wish, guys. Those who want to go with any cloud, so clouds are same, but IO considerations are different. That's it. Okay, so it depends upon your pipelines and everything comes a picture here. And right now, as per the academic level, every college is trying to give the internships. Please try to first I can tell you that one thing very clearly. Try to go with first one is internships. Try to prefer internship first, then you can try to go with settle in job. Okay, so because internships will give the hands-on practice to you, and you'll get a good certification for your company. So, and it will be give the enhancement of your skills, guys, to work on the jobs. Okay, so then try to apply the jobs as per your constraint norms. Okay, so and this is what we are trying to go with AWS under the configuration side. Okay, so now coming to that, how we can try to focus, how we can work on the different types of situations like freshers, how we are trying to give the skills. So here one thing you have to remember, so whatever I told you regarding about the DevOps introduction in previous session, so I'm trying to give the interview questions also for freshers and as well as experienced. Okay, so here I can definitely give the interview questions to you. Interview questions. So, and you can try to go with mock interviews also. That's very, very important. Mock interviews, and try to go with so you have to know the soft skills also. That's very, very important. Soft skills, soft skills. Like you can go with the first one is communication, guys. Communication is very, very important for industry. Communication, and you can go with aptitude. So we are trying to go with aptitude. Okay, so this is what we are trying to go with a basic level of freshers, guys. Okay, so coming to the part of so what is the package for the freshers? If you want to get a job, what is the package for the freshers? Okay, so those who are freshers, you can expect your salary. So I can go with example, guys. If you expect your salary for the freshers, salary for freshers, it should be around 5 to 7 lakhs LPA. LPA. It depends upon your company, guys. So if you're working as a MNC company, definitely it should be like 5 to 7 lakhs LPA. Those who are like middle level companies, it will go with around 3 to 5 lakhs. Okay, those who are startups, it will go with 2 to 3.5, around something. Okay, so please try to go with according to the skills as per your norms. Okay, so now coming to like experienced. So if you're working as experienced, so so what I'm telling here is, if you're working as an experienced person, so those who are working from IT to non-IT, those who want to go with some internship progress, those who are working with internship progress, definitely we are trying to go with as per your norms. Okay, guys, those who are working with experience like 3 to like 10 years of experience. Okay, so if you go with a DevOps, like a so those who are working with developing side, and those who want to go with more with automation side, definitely I can tell you that very clearly. So those who are working like so those who want to switch the technologies also, it is very easy to go with automation side. So definitely you need to learn all these skills, guys. The first one is we are trying to go with the we are going with Git and GitHub repository, Git and GitHub repository, GitHub, and we are trying to go with the next one is Linux administration, guys. Okay, so we are working with the develop. So those who are already learned the like development side, that is Git and GitHub repository. Next one is where you have to learn fully, that is Linux administration. Okay, completely. You need to learn the Linux administration completely. Next, you need to focus on the next one is the third one, that is cloud computing. Cloud computing. You need to focus on cloud computing. So that should be like those who want to move with AWS, you can try to move. Those who want to move with AWS, and you can go with Azure, or you can go with GCP. Okay. So you should choose any cloud, try to go with according to the tool factors. Okay. So the next one is you have to go with the next one is you have to focus on CI/CD tools, guys. That is very, very important. CI and CD. You are focusing on CI and CD. Okay. You are trying to focus on CI/CD. So it should be like, so what we are trying to work on the progress. Next, we are focusing on bash scripting. Bash scripting, that is programming language. Programming language. So next we are working on CI/CD, guys. So this is very, very important because we are working on the tools in DevOps actually. The first one is which we are trying to go with, as I told you that we are working on, the first one is Git and GitHub repository only. So Git and GitHub. GitHub, we are trying to go with the Git and GitHub repository. We are working on repository. So here you need to work on the version control system. That's very, very important. Next, we are trying to focus on the second one is we are build tools. So you need to focus on build tools. That is, we have example, I can go with Maven, comma, and comma, Gradle. Okay, and Maven, Gradle. So these are the tools which you are trying to cover on the build tools. Okay, so basically what I want to say here, this is what we are trying to go here is Git and GitHub repositories developer perspective, and we are trying to create a project for the build tools. Okay, so this is what we are trying to maintain the developing perspective. Next, we are trying to go with the third one is containerization. So we are working on containerization. That is, we are working on Docker. So Docker is very, very important because we are working on the storage purpose. Okay. So next we are trying to go with fourth one is container orchestration. So this is very, very important. We are working on container orchestration. For this, we need to learn the Kubernetes. Okay, so you need to learn the Kubernetes services. Okay, that's very, very important. Next, we are trying to go with fifth one is we are trying to go with continuous integration progress and continuous deployment progress. So for this, you need to go with the deployments. So for this, you need to work on the Jenkins. We are working on the Jenkins, and we are working with GitLabs. Okay, based upon the CI/CD. Okay, based upon CI/CD, we are working on CI/CD pipeline. Next, we are trying to go with the next one is configuration management. Configuration management. So for this, you need to learn Ansible, or you can go with Puppet or Salt. Okay, Salt Stack. Okay, so Chef. These are some Ansible configuration. Right now, market is updating with the Ansible only. So for this, you need to learn the Ansible. Okay, so Puppet, Salt Stack, Chef are the old tools. It depends upon your infrastructure. Okay, so the next one is seventh one. You need to focus on monitoring tools. monitoring tools. Okay, so for this you need to focus on Prometheus, and you need to go with Grafana or Nagios or Nexus. Okay, you need to learn all the monitoring tools like this. Okay, why we need to use the monitoring tools? For the client purpose. Okay, so this is what we are trying to do the under the progress of experienced persons. Okay, now coming to programming languages. Programming languages. Programming languages. So those who want to work with the programming languages, guys, definitely you should learn some programming language also if you be an experienced person also. Okay. So for this, you need to go with, so we are working with Python programming. The second one is you need, so those who, so because in a lot of the companies not using Python, they go with some other language. So that is, you can go with Java or so Java, Salesforce.net, Salesforce.net, because whatever you're trying to use the build tools, we can cover the programming language here, because with programming language only we are trying to go with the build tools according to that. Okay, so for this you need to know the basic language of programming languages. Okay, so the next one is you need to communicate with the cloud platforms. Cloud platforms. In these cloud platforms, I want to discuss about the first one is, so you need to know about the AWS tools, guys. That's very, very important. So that is, we are working on configuration side. So we are trying to work on the configuration side. Okay. So this is very, very important. Tools are must important for the particular part of deployments. Okay. So next you can try to go with Azure, and next you can try to go with GCP, and next you can try to go with the fourth one. You can try to go with OpenStack. Next you can go with next other cloud is cloud commit. Okay, so you can try to go with this as per your side. Okay, so this is what we are trying to go with as per the scenario. The next one is you have to go with security, guys. Security. So how can you provide your security under your deployments? For this, you need to go with some tools, guys. I can go with some random tools, because if you want to work with the cloud, definitely you need to maintain the security also. For this, we are trying to go with, okay, these are the type with the tools which we are trying to go with the covering on the progress. The next tool which we are trying to go with SS. Okay, so I can go with two tools, because we are this will be take care about your admin, guys. Admin will take care about these tools about your security. Next, you have to learn one of the most important is soft skills. Soft skills. Okay, soft skills are must and should for every software engineer. For this, you need to go with communication. Next, you are trying to go with collaboration. And next you're trying to go with third one is problem solving. And next you have to go with the next one is time management. Okay, so these are important for your whenever you can go with any company, definitely the soft skills is must and should for every companies. Okay, so communication, collaboration, problem solving, and time management. Okay, the next one which we are trying to go with so basically a lot of the persons are asking that experienced. Okay, so we need to learn, we need to take any certification progress. Yeah, but certifications are important. But if you joined in company, that's if you do certificates, that should be valuable. Okay, so don't do outside the certifications because it might take heavy, huge amount for you guys. Don't take risk on your side. Okay, might be it will be fake or genuine. We don't know. But the companies, whatever you have internal assessments for your company, try to go with certifications. It will be very easy for you. Okay, so if you want to do certifications on your company, try to go with this certifications. So if you want to be a certification on your side, definitely first one is you're trying to go with certified DevOps engineer. Okay, I can go with CDE, the first certification. The second certification, which we are trying to go with AWS certified DevOps engineer. Okay, the next one is we are trying to go with, if you want to go with other cloud platforms also, go for Azure certified certified engineer. Okay, engineer. Next, you can go with fourth one is GCP certified DevOps engineer. Okay, certified DevOps engineer. Try to go with this. Next, you can go with finally, I can go with certified. We are going with Scrum Master. Okay, so there are certifications you can go according to the experience level. Okay, so the next one is okay, you might have a doubt, guys. For experienced person, how much package you can expect? Okay, so if you be experienced person, if you get a good job in MNC company, you can expect, it depends upon some, I can go with 3 to 5 years of experience. 3 to 5 years of experience, 5 years. So you can expect from 8 LPA to 20 LPA. Depends upon your company. Okay, so if you be like 5 plus, if you be a 5 plus, you can expect 15 LPA to 30 LPA. Okay, 30 LPA. Okay, so this is what we are trying to go according to the things. Okay, now next we are trying to go with job roles. What kind of job roles you have in DevOps? Okay, the first one is DevOps engineer. The second one is you're trying to go with cloud engineer. Next, third one, we are trying to go with infrastructure engineer. Okay, next, fourth one, we are trying to go with automation engineer. Okay, next, fifth, I can try to go with release manager in cloud automation. Okay, so this will be works under your side, guys. So this is what we are trying to go with those who want to go with the experience sides, those who are working with developing to automation, try to go with these tools, guys, according to the progress. Okay, so I can go with one by one concepts as per my side. And one more thing, you have to focus, very important, as an experienced person, you need to go with the pipeline projects also, that is end to end. end to end. Okay, so it will be like hands-on experience for you also, guys, because if you take very good codes according to the pipe codes and as well as pipeline projects, definitely it will be very useful according to your subject. Okay, and I can give the here also I can give the interview questions, and we are trying to go with mock interviews, and we are trying to go with query sessions also. Okay, so this will be very useful to you guys. Okay, and one more thing, so maintain the skills, guys, will make you very competitive in DevOps actually, and it is will be professional. Okay, and one more thing, focus on the building on your foundation. Definitely it will be very useful according to that, and we are trying to maintain the advanced topics in future also. Okay, so those who are trying to switch from other non-IT background to IT, those who are switching with one technology to another technology, please try to concentrate all these tools according to your progress. Okay, and maintain the soft skills according to your company wise, and you can try to be updated in your software company. Okay, and maintain your particular skills to enhance your career also, and resume is one of the most important factor for your whatever you learn the course. Okay, so this is what I want to give the like how we can focus on the freshers, how we can focus on experienced on the particular part of DevOps engineers. Okay, I hope you are understand whatever I said. Try to go with according to your skills and try to enhance your skills according to your market. Okay, and right now DevOps is trying to move with DevSecOps based upon the AI integration tools. So we are trying to cover these tools also in next my coming videos. Okay, so this is what my intention to maintain the focus on your jobs and to try to cover all the tools for the free. Okay, so if you have any doubts, feel free to ask me, guys, in comment section, and feel free to ask me like in live sessions also. I'll try to you can try to cover, and you can try to come and ask your doubts according to your careers. Okay, so I hope you understand what I said. Thank you so much and have a nice day, guys. Bye.